Sayle Wang, and welcome to Unspeakable. This is the show about inventing brand new words created by three amazing guests. It's the panel show for people whose drug of choice is measured in grams. Anagrams, that is. Bit of word fun there. Now, we'll be meeting our panel very shortly, but first, let's welcome my wonderful co-host. She's a hardback to my comic, the Batman to my Robin, the Waterstones to my Weatherspoons. It's Susie Dent! Susie, why don't you kick us off with a wordly wonder you've come across recently?
So I've been looking at something called kennings, which are in Old English and Old Icelandic poetry. And they're these beautiful word combinations that just describe something quite simple. So a wave horse was a ship, and the whale road was the sea. Your mind was the thought chamber, and your body was the bone locker. And my favourite, the sun was the sky candle.
My favourite poetic word combination, I think, is probably all you can eat. Do you know this one? It's beautiful. All you can eat.
In Old Icelandic.
There's a lot of this in Chinese. Mm-hmm. In Mandarin, it's a bit German in the way it kind of clicks words together like Lego, you know. So especially when they're new things. So a computer is an electric brain, and an airplane is a flying machine. But then the funny ones for animals, which they didn't have in China and had to sort of reappropriate old words. So a kangaroo is a bag rat.
That's gorgeous.
And a skunk is a stinky weasel. Not wrong? They're not wrong. Okay, now the challenge is, can our panel come up with any new words as fantastic as wave horse? Well, let's meet them and find out. Joining us for this episode are the brilliant Shappi Khorsandi, Alexei Sayle, and Ahir Shah. Shappi, you're bilingual, is that right?
I do. Farsi is the word of the language of my country of origin. Yeah, it's a good language.
Are there any
pretty.
Farsi words that you think we need that we don't have?
There is a lovely word in Farsi. It's jigar. It literally means liver, but it's used as a term of endearment. Like if Ahir says something adorable, I'll go, oh, jigar. Jigar to bukhoram. Like, I'll eat your liver.
Alexei, your name has a very interesting etymology. Alexei means defender or protector, and Sayle means 50% off. Ahir, on the subject of names, your surname is Shah. Does it mean king, Shah?
Yeah, Shah of Iran, and then there was the kingly. But I think this specific type of Shah came from being like a merchant or something.
Well, I was hoping it was king because Wang means king, which is unfortunate. If you... Right, let's play Unspeakable. Each of our guests has come armed with a brand new word of their own invention that describes an experience, emotion, object, or sensation that currently has no word to define it, to help cure that all too common feeling when we're quite literally lost for words. Whichever word I deem to be the most useful for humanity will be added to the one true book of books, the Unspeakable Dictionary. Okay, let's get stuck into our first new word, which comes from Shappi Khorsandi. Shappi, please give us your word, then tell us a brief definition and why you're so keen for it to be created.
Okay, well, I thought of the word fuse friends because I was thinking about my life, and there are certain friends I've got that you're friends no matter what. For example, I have a friend called Nicola, and I've known her for 10 years. And very recently, she said, Shappi, you keep calling me Emma. My name's Nikki. Right? Now, it's a 10-year-long friendship. And I said to her, Emma, Nikki, it's because you really remind me of a friend I had when I used to live in Richmond called Emma, and Emma moved abroad, and I miss her, and when I met you, what I loved about you is you reminded me of Emma. Emma from abroad messaged me 2 days later and said, Shap, I'm in London, let's meet for lunch. And I was like, oh my God, Emma, I can't wait to see you. And she wrote back, Shap, my name's Jess. Now. And I like to think of friends that get you, put up with your nonsense and kind of find something to love about you regardless, are your fuse friends.
That's really good, yeah. That's really nice. What do you think, Susie? It is a very sweet idea, the fuse friend. The friend that you can't get rid of, or they can't get rid of you.
Yeah, you were fused for life. In medieval times, you had a cope mate because these were the friends who helped you cope through life, which I think is beautiful. And companion has got food at its heart because it is someone with whom you broke bread, pan, and a mate was someone with whom you ate your meat. And meat meant all food originally. It didn't mean what it does today. So why we talk about one man's meat, etc. So I really like that. But the person you went drinking with was a pot panion, which I think is rather lovely as well.
I think they have pot panions in Holland as well, but it's a different.
Yes.
That is our first word of the show, fuse friend. Thanks for bringing it, Shappi Khorsandi. Now, we'll discover our panel's second creation in just a moment, but first, here at Unspeakable, we love to celebrate the old as well as the new. And on top of coining new words, part of our mission is to unearth amazing archaic words which could do with wider use. So it's over to Susie to serve up our regional word of the week.
Yes. Well, this one is from Northern English, eedle-doddle. And eedle-doddle is one who shows absolutely no initiative in a crisis.
Right, so something terrible's happening, they're not doing anything to stop it.
Exactly right. Eedle-doddle.
An eedle-doddle, like when no one stopped Meghan Markle from making her new Netflix cooking show. Were they eedle-doddling, I guess?
Oh, I like it. You made it into a verb.
Eedle-doddling, yeah.
Eedle-doddling.
Right, well, now it's time to hear our second new word of the show, and this one's been brought to us by Ahir Shah. Ahir, please tell us your word, then give us a brief definition and tell us why it matters so much.
So, my word is Deutsche zusammengesetztes Sehnsuchtsgefühl. And that is a word for when you're in a situation where you really wish that there was a German compound noun to describe it. Someone's miserable and you're happy about it? There's one for that. There's one for loads of stuff. There should be one for when you wish there was one. And that is that word. Don't make me say it again. I can't speak German.
Durch zusammengesetzte Wortsaisongefühl.
Halfway through that, you really wanted to just say Gesundheit.
It feels like a sneeze, to be honest, a lot of the time.
Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
Well, that's why the German dictionary has to be printed in landscape. Susie, I'm not sure what Ahir is enjoying more, his own German word or the Schadenfreude from watching me try to say it.
But it's brilliant.
You know German pretty well.
Yeah, I love German and I love that word. And Ben Schott, ages ago, wrote a book called Schadenfreude, where he found as many gaps in English as he could and then asked a German translator to translate them. And my absolute favourite is Deppenfahrerbeäugung, which is the compulsion to stare at the bad driver you're overtaking in your car. Which we've all done.
I hate bad drivers. They're always overtaking me. Wait a minute. Shappi and Alexei, do you know any German?
Yeah. Hubschrauber.
What's that?
Helicopter.
Even jumped up into the air a little bit when you said it.
In case any of you were wondering how much money was in comedy in the 90s relative to now, I don't know how to ask for my helicopter.
Did they not send you? That's sad.
Well, there we have it, our second word. Thank you so much, Ahir. Let's have another go. Deutsch zusammengesetzte Geschäftsgewerke, which is also, I think, a town in Wales. Well, will Deutsch zusammengesetzte Wortgesuchsgefühl be joining and single-handedly doubling the length of the Unspeakable dictionary? Well, whatever happens, can I just say I'm delighted not to have to say it again for another 15 minutes. We'll find out its fate very soon, but Dankeschön, Ahir, for bringing it in. Now, it's time to dish out a bit of dictionary discipline. As well as their new creations, we're giving our panelists the rare chance to suggest a word they'd like to get sent to the word jail. Alexei, let's start with you.
Well, I struggled with this really because I think all words. It's not the words themselves, is it? It's the way they're used really. So
Well, don't break down the format too much.
yeah, but it's illogical. I'm sorry. I think we should stop this recording right now. It doesn't make any sense. But I chose genuinely just because when somebody says genuinely, they're not being genuine, are they? Really,
It's all right.
Two writers I used to work with, they used to collect literallys, because they remember seeing a review in the paper that the audience were literally nailed to their seats. So maybe I'll swap it to literally.
The production of Passion of the Christ. Yeah, you're right. There's a point where it took over from literally, I think, genuinely. People got bored of saying, I'm literally dead. And they start saying genuinely.
I'm genuinely dead, right.
But they'd say things like, I'm genuinely exhausted. And you could just say, I didn't need proof. I believed you. You don't need documentation. You look tired. Susie, how do you feel about genuinely? Shall we get rid of it?
I think that's just because we keep bigging everything up. So you can't say I'm exhausted anymore because it just doesn't cut it anymore. I love the etymology of genuinely because there's a chance, we don't know this for sure, but that it goes back to the Latin for knee, genu, and that Roman fathers, in order to prove their paternity, would put their newborn on their knee publicly, and that would be, I am the father. So this was a sort of way of verifying something, which is where we get genuine from.
That's why my dad never let me sit on his lap. But then again, I'm Santa Claus's son. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
In the same way, it is said that in Roman courts of law, a man would put his hands over his testicles in order to show his integrity and to show that he was telling the truth. And this is where we get testify from. This is one theory. And we do know that testicles and testify are related because testicles testify to a man's virility. So that bit is definite.
As in, so you're only covering the testicles?
I haven't actually seen this at work, but thankfully.
It'd be quite tricky, though, if you were in a Roman court on charges of indecent behaviour. Because then the only way you can prove you're telling the truth is by grabbing your balls. Like, Your Honour, I would never behave inappropriately in public. And to prove it, get a load of these. Shappi, let's hear which word you think needs to be put in detention.
Oh, the word mansplaining. It's quite a new word.
Let me just explain what that means to
Well,
you, Shappi.
This is the thing with it. I've never had a man explain it to me properly, and so I've never really understood it. And then I kind of get a bit dispirited when people say things like, my doctor was mansplaining my kidney transplant to me. I just think that it's not always in the safest hands, that word. And it's one of those words that is not going to stay around for very long. So I can't be bothered to learn it. And I'm certainly not going to use it. I'm just going to say, shut up, I was talking, mate. What are you on about? You've just said exactly what I said, but in a boomier voice. And you should probably listen to your doctor about your kidney transplant and not your Auntie Hillary.
Susie, what do you think? Can you womansplain, mansplain to us?
I can. Well, it's been around for longer than we think. 2008 was the first record of it. Medieval, indeed. So the reason I don't like it too much is it just doesn't fit together neatly. Like these portmanteaux are supposed to, bromance, etc. It just sounds like romance and it works. Mansplaining doesn't really work on that level. So I quite like heap eating. Have you heard this one? Heap eating is when a woman makes a comment, say at a business meeting. It gets no one says a single word, and everyone's just whatever, chewing their nails. And then a man repeats it, and everyone's like, "Oh yes, excellent idea." That is heap eating. I quite like that.
I
that
like
works.
that. Yes, that
and
works.
It happens.
And I understand that.
Yes.
Mansplaining doesn't.
Yes.
And heap eating happens in all sorts of areas.
All the time.
Yes.
I'm with you.
So in case anyone didn't catch it, heap eating is basically when... I mean, it's basically the same joke as before, isn't it? But I'll take it. Yes, actually, and, speaking as an alpha, I do think... I do think that maybe we should try moving away from the prefix man to suggest something is bad all the time. After all, for every mansplain or manosphere, there's mango smoothie. And that's pretty good. Probably don't want to get rid of that. And Ahir, how about you? What word would you like to give a dressing down?
So I think I'm using it's a whole bunch of words fall under this umbrella, but it's something that you might call like academies, right? It's sort of like overly unnecessarily complicated language that is used largely in like academic literature, everything that seems to be intentionally creating like a walled garden that you can't access, right? And it's like I did a degree in like politics and sociology, right? And I find like reading or like having read a lot of that stuff, I increasingly find reading that sort of thing like really, really difficult because people are just using unnecessarily complex words all the time. And I was looking into so Orwell had these 6 rules of writing, right, that were laid down in politics and the English language, and I'll just use 3 of them, which is never use a long one where a short one will do. I admittedly did not follow that rule with the German word thing. If it's possible to cut a word out, always cut it out. And never use a foreign phrase, a scientific word, or a jargon word if you can think of an everyday English equivalent. And I feel as though a lot of stuff that's written nowadays is basically intentionally not following that rule, sort of to make it closed off and less accessible for people, right? Like my favorite one, I've noticed people are saying orthogonal all the time now. Mm-hmm. It means like at right angles, right? We had perpendicular, which was perfectly good, right? Or just say at right angles.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to look up what orthogonal means every time I listen to a podcast.
Orthogonal really annoys me because I studied engineering. I studied hard, not hard as in difficult, I mean hard science, where orthogonal just means perpendicular. And when people who studied like PPE and sociology started using it, I'm like, why are all these people with girlfriends using my word? That's my word. That's mine.
I am currently studying for a master's in a branch of psychotherapy that has a lot of philosophy in it. And I am so happy to have been on this programme because I now know what the word you just said means. Because I keep reading it in the stuff that we read.
People are using it all the time. Right?
And I don't like it. I don't like it.
You think about looking it up? I mean...
No. I'm very busy.
Susie, what do you think? Are there any really egregious examples of academies that you see popping up?
I think it's such a personal thing. Holistic, synergistic, hegemony. I keep saying hegemony everywhere. But I have to say jargon gets a really bad rap sometimes when it's really expedient and useful for the group. I'm not saying academies particularly, but we all have our own tribal codes, and the whole point of them is that other people don't understand them. And jargon is from an old French word meaning the chattering and twittering of birds, because the birds understand each other, but the rest of us can't, which I think is quite nice.
I don't mind it anymore.
Yeah, there you go. So some of it can be quite fun. When I interviewed a group of paramedics, they just said that if they were ever talking to the boss and they were being given a hard time for having, broken a rule or whatever, they would just look at each other and go, "There we are then," knowing full well that the first letters of "there we are then" spelled exactly what they felt about the boss in question. So that was their jargon.
Well, thank you to our panel for all those marvellous suggestions. Now, it's time to unveil our third and final contender, vying for that coveted place in the Unspeakable Dictionary. And this one is the creation of Alexei Sayle. Alexei, please give us your word, then tell us what it means and why it matters to you.
My word is confusional, and that is the false sense of confidence you get after having one kung fu lesson. And then you're going into pubs and going up to the hardest man and going, "Yeah, come on then. Come on, you think you can take me outside?" So that's my word, really.
Is this from experience?
Well, yeah. Years ago, I used to go to this gym years ago, and I got chatting to one of the instructors, and he told me that he taught this form of karate called spirit combat. And so I said, will you teach me? And so he said, yeah. So we had these lessons in this spirit combat. And every week in a kind of vaguely homoerotic kind of ceremony, I would kneel at his feet and he would give me a different coloured belt. And he said I was his best student and I had all these like amazing killer moves and stuff like that. And then I was listening to this early consumer programme on Radio 4 by Roger Cook, the Cook Report. And it said, it was a trailer and it said, coming up in half an hour on the Cook Report, we investigate a form of karate where the instructors get their certificate from a man in Birkenhead for £35. And all these killer moves that I was learning were in fact just me kind of flapping my arms. I thought flapping my arms about in a kind of random, they weren't killer kicks or moves, they were just flappy hand gestures. But it had given me tremendous confidence that I had, because I thought I knew this killer karate, this spirit combat. I'd been going into pubs and kind of knocking men, really rough men out the way and going, yeah, come on, you want some, come on. And then I'd flap my hands at them. And they would back off. So it gave me tremendous, even though I didn't know any martial arts, I had tremendous confidence anyway.
Well, effectively, it worked.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
The spirit kung fu really works.
Yeah.
I know.
I know you're a kung fu. What's the martial art that your family?
I have a black belt. How do you know this?
Because I heard you on the radio talking about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Or something else. And I also, since then, I've learned proper martial arts. So we could have a fight if you want, because I was thinking... The only reason I've come on really is that I want to challenge you, because if you have to accept my challenge, don't you? If I really so it's actually all a kind of complicated. I don't want to do this show. I just want to fight you, really. So I want to test your martial art against mine.
Alexei, when Phil asked how you knew, I really wanted you to be like, I just sort of assumed.
I thought that was what he meant.
Yeah, I can see another master. I can always tell.
You were gigging in the 80s. You could batter me. There's no way I could take Alexei. But my parents met. My mother moved to Borneo, and she was English, still is English, and she was a volunteer there, and she took martial arts classes, and the first day turned up, and my dad was the instructor. Aww. Yeah, and that's how they touched hands, and he threw her over his shoulder, and it was love. And I have a black belt, but the instructor was my uncle, so I'm a kung fu nepo baby, basically. So I don't trust my chances with you, Alexei. Susie, what do you think about Confusional?
Yeah, I think very clever. You could have gone with Kung Fu Delulu, because Delulu is TikTok slang for delusional, and it can also mean self-confidence. So you might say maybe Delulu, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. And so it spawned all sorts of lovely phrases like Delulu is the Salulu. Delulu is the solution, and may all your Delulu come Trululu as well. So I think there's a lot to be going on with there.
So there we have Alexei's choice for a brand new word, confusional. Believing yourself to be brilliant at something you've never really tried. That's just called being a man, baby. So we now have all three words from our panel. Fuse friend from Shappi Khorsandi. Deutsch zusammengesetztes Gefühl from Ahir Shah. I'm going to Kung Fu Ahir right after this show. And Confusional from Alexei Sayle. Now, they're all very strong suggestions, but only one can be victorious and win a place in the prestigious Unspeakable Dictionary. I am Supreme Chancellor Wang, and the power is all mine, and I've decided that our champion is... I literally hate to say it, but it's such a useful word. It's Ahir Shah with Deutsch zusammengesetztes Gefühl. Now, before we go, we've got just enough time to see if our studio audience have any suggestions of words that they'd like to put in the Unspeakable Dictionary. Simon from Finchley. Do we have Simon from Finchley?
Hi there.
Hey, Simon.
So what I want to add isn't a new word, it's a new punctuation mark.
An unspeakable first.
So we already have the interrobang,
Yes.
which is an exclamation mark and question mark
mark.
together. What I want is a question mark and a comma together for rhetorical questions.
Rhetorical questions. Yeah, we don't have them because you feel so stupid putting a question mark after it, don't you? Because you just don't need one, but you need something else. Oh, I think that's an excellent
That's
idea.
really handy.
Yeah.
Like for questions like, how are you? When I first moved to the UK, I was telling people my whole day. I was telling people how I was. That's not the answer.
So what I intend to do is get in touch with the chap I know who actually is the chap who invented the text message.
Wow.
Or
You
actually-
know people in high places.
Actually, it was a bunch of people. He was one of the people who invented the text message.
Wow.
And he, a while ago, was looking for new characters to put into things.
Knowing the person who invented text messages is insane. Like, we've all let that slide. Really, that is extraordinary.
Simon, I'm just feeling horribly competitive with you. And I just want you to know that I once slept with the man that was the puppeteer for Zippy.
Weirdly, same guy.
Wow, the only guy who has to unzip twice. Thank you so much, Simon. That's a brilliant addition. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. What a whale of a time. Now, finally, Susie, please put a bow on all this for us by gifting us one more piece of verbal beauty.
Yes, I give you a really obscure but very beautiful word from the corners of the dictionary, finifugal, and it means never wanting something to end.
As opposed to finifungal, which is when a dolphin gets thrashed.
I knew you'd spoil it.
Yeah, that's our relationship. Well, I'm feeling finifugal about tonight's show, filled as it is with all my fuse friends. But sadly, even good things must end. Thank you very much to the wonderful Susie Dent and to our guests, Shappi Khorsandi, Alexei Sayle, and Ahir Shah. I'm Phil Wang, and this has been Unspeakable. Goodbye! Unspeakable was presented by Phil Wang and Susie Dent, with guests Shappi Khorsandi, Alexei Sayle, and Ahir Shah. It was devised by Joe Varley, additional material was written by Matthew Crosby and Katie Story, and the producer was John Harvey. It's a Brown Bread production for BBC Radio 4.